We all know that 2025 has not been the best year for WWE. And so, 2026 is a do or die. With John Cena retirement, less Roman Reigns appearances, and a boring Cody Rhodes being champion, how do WWE fix the problem that has ruined 2025? One they're looking to most successful years ever has turned into a catastrophe. How do they turn that into a successful year in 2026? So we got Draw's video. It's going to be an awesome to record. Always remember to smash that subscribe button to the channel, and let's get into this one. Tomorrow night, John Cena retires from the WWE for good. He's not like any other wrestlers. This is a real retirement, not a wrestling retirement, a real retirement in the words of John Cena. Normally other wrestlers come back and say they'll have one final match and do all this. This is the end. John Cena has said, and he's made it loud and clear, that on Saturday night's main event, December 13th, it will be his final match ever, and he will never ever wrestle again. Never ever again. This is why they've had a full tournament to see who will be John Cena's final opponent. And obviously we know that is now the Ring General Gunther will face John Cena in his final match ever in the WWE and in his wrestling career. John Cena has a lot of opportunities of acting, and we know John Cena has only had just over 30 matches in the last 5 years in the WWE, showing that his schedule is really starting to drop. Of course, he's got a lot of big acting roles now, and John Cena's main thing is being an actor now. He's not a wrestler anymore. So John Cena dedicated one final year to the WWE being 2025. He planned all this back in 2022, but the next 2 years of him was booked up, and it shows you how busy his schedule is in his life. So giving one final year to the WWE that is full committed, being the champion, being their weekly shows, wrestling over 18 times in his retirement tour, and now there's one final match to do. In his final one, against Gunther, who is young and is the future of the WWE, being 37, and still probably got another 10 years in him. John Cena, who is 48, is coming to the end. He can't do any more, and he's now a step slower than the younger talent. And Cena promised from the start of his career, he said this in an interview back in 2004 or 2005. When I'm a step slower, I'm gone. I am done with wrestling. Because when I realise I can't match the product that is showing right now, I know it's my time to go. And sadly, Cena has now admitted that he can't match the product and he can't do the wrestling as much as possible anymore. You know, he's approaching 50 years old, his body's getting older, more tired, needs more rest, and cannot be doing his physical action week in, week out anymore. So Cena has given us the promise that he's dedicated the final year to us and will be gone forever and will never come back. He'll make appearances in WWE, but he'll never wear the shirt, never wear the hat, the jorts, the wristbands. He'll always be a suit and tie. They'll never run again. No more towel. John Cena will be in a suit and tie and will never ever wrestle another match. So John Cena will not be in the question in 2026. He will not be around. So that is basically the men's wrestler of the year gone. Because John Cena is the wrestler of the year this year. We have to admit it. He's been the best this year. So him going is big, you know. And just the name, John Cena. Losing John Cena is one of the biggest things ever. John Cena is the face of WWE, or has been for the last 15 to 20 years, has been the face of the WWE. So to lose him is something that will hurt. It will hurt WWE massively. Moving on from John Cena to the OTC Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' schedule this year has dropped big. Of course, I'll go through the appearances he's made. Or the matches, we'll say. Raw Netflix, the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Clash in Paris, Crown Jewel, War Games. 8 matches in 2025 Roman Reigns has had. And most of them are multi-man matches. Roman Reigns has only competed in 2 one-on-one matches this year. 2. There's no 3. And those were against Solo Sikoa and Bronson Reed twice. So the quality has dropped. And Roman Reigns' schedule is slowing down. He's only made about 15 appearances this year in the WWE. He's only around for a certain amount of time, and he's gone again. This is due to him having young kids, of course, but also Roman Reigns is slowly becoming an actor. We have to admit this. Roman Reigns is following the footsteps of his cousin, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, of course. He's following his footsteps. Roman Reigns is now looking at an actor guy. He's big, he's strong, he's a muscular man, and he's a very good actor. He plays it really well. So Roman Reigns wants to be an actor. So Roman Reigns' schedule is going to get slower and slower by the years go. And Roman Reigns has probably got 2 to 3 years left as an active WWE wrestler before he retires from WWE and pursues a career in acting. So WWE needs to take this year wisely. But if Roman Reigns doesn't turn up as much anymore, he's really out of the picture for main rivalries normally. He might become a champion once again in 2026, but it will not be a long reign. And if he was to lose to someone younger, that's when we all basically know that it is the end of the Tribal Chief's top reign at the top and being the head of the table. Which is sad, but we have to slowly admit this is Roman Reigns' decision. He doesn't want to turn up as much anymore. He's decided that he's done what he could. Of course, holding the Undisputed Universal Championship for 1,316 days in one of the greatest title reigns ever. He's already made his career. He doesn't really need to do a lot else. He can have a couple of storylines down the line to build younger talent, but he will slowly turn into the guy putting over younger talent all the time, which will sadly ruin Roman Reigns' mentality and will ruin his record, which WWE do not want to do, because Roman Reigns is arguably one of the greatest of all time to ever do it, possibly in the top 10 of the WWE ever. So with Roman Reigns not turning up as much anymore, to 15 appearances a year averagely, it's not enough, you know, and now you're losing big talent. And of course, our WWE Undisputed Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Since Cody Rhodes reclaimed the Undisputed WWE Championship from the never-seen 17 John Cena at SummerSlam earlier this year, his title reign has been boring, with multiple matches against Drew McIntyre which have flopped each time. He's only had a couple of title defenses since winning the title over 4 months back now. And it's been very disappointing. And Cody Rhodes has had a lot of people judging his title reigns. After he won the title against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, he had some very good matches against the likes of AJ Styles, Logan Paul, a good rivalry of Kevin Owens, but there was not really that star power there for a big rivalry. And this is where I go on to another thing quickly. WWE are not using talent right. The likes of Randy Orton, for the main example, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, are all getting done over by Triple H. Randy Orton has not been seen since October 5th on SmackDown, where he got pinned by Bronson Reed. Damian Priest is in a lackluster rivalry which has been dragged on for 4 months from Aleister Black. And Drew McIntyre is just a punching bag who gets beaten by Cody Rhodes each time, who makes like the big guy Drew McIntyre and then gets pinned by one Crossroads and is now just the punching bag for the Undisputed Championship and to try and make the Undisputed Championship look relevant. Because Cody Rhodes' title reign has been very disappointing. There's not been any excitement about it. He faces Obafemi this weekend at Santa's main event, at John Cena's final event, of course, and it is WWE Champion versus NXT Champion. And people are saying for Obafemi, the NXT Champion, to beat the WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes, which is big, and it shows you that people are not liking Cody Rhodes as much anymore. And this is because of his boring title reigns. And now they don't even want Cody Rhodes with the title. And one thing we can all definitely agree is that Cody Rhodes is definitely better chasing the title than having the title. And also one thing fans have picked up on as well is that Triple H as a booker is better at booking people chasing the title instead of being the actual champion. For example, main event Jey Uso. When he was chasing the World Heavyweight Championship, people loved him. He loved his journey to success. But the minute he became the champion, fans turned because he got boring. He got boring, repetitive and lackluster. And then dropped the title to Gunther just under 2 months after his victory at WrestleMania 41. I'll give you another example. Gunther. A lot of hype between Gunther chasing the title. People really loved it. And then when he became champion, people turned. Didn't like him anymore. They thought he was really boring. Seth Rollins in a way. Seth Rollins had a couple of moments of that since Triple H turned over, because Vince McMahon used to book champions better than he booked them chasing the title. And now it's the other way around, which has made the quality worse. And now titles are not seen as relevant as what they were 5 years ago. Because Roman Reigns, since he lost the title, I think people had high expectations because Roman Reigns' title reign was historical. No one will touch that title reign for the next 40 years, I don't think. It was one of the best title reigns you'll ever see in your lifetime. Or in WWE, ever. Doesn't matter what lifetime. So to try and top that title reign is just so hard. It's one of the hardest missions WWE will ever have for the next coming up to 30 years. To try and get anything like that. Because to keep the consistency of that title reign with the Bloodline story. The Bloodline story carried WWE between a bad time from 2022 to 2024. And 2024 was a boom year for WWE. It was a boom period. WWE was one of the biggest things on earth once again for the first time since the early 2000s. But 2025 has not backed that up. It has dropped off. The quality, the product, everything has just dropped off. and it is quite disappointing. But what do you lot think? You know, there is a lot of things WWE could improve on this year, and we all know that. And even if you've loved this year, you can already pick out the negatives just by your fingers. What do you think WWE could improve on? Because John Cena leaving, Roman Reigns' schedule getting less and less and less, and Cody Rhodes being champions getting boring. Do WWE flip-flop the title, which is something fans do hate but also love at the same time, because some do not like long title reigns. I do in a way, but I think they need to have a good storyline to keep them continuing for nearly a whole year. Because Cody Rhodes has done that already once, and I really see him that possibly doing it again if he retains at WrestleMania 42. The only thing WWE might do is run back Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns for the third time at WrestleMania 42. For the third time in 4 years. You know, the third time in 4 years. Was it 3 years? The third time in 3 years, actually. That WWE will run... No, it is 4 years, sorry. That will run this match back. Which I understand. But you can't live off one match, you know. It will get boring after a while because what story have you got to build on? And this match coming up, the third one, could be good. Because it has a story. It has something to build on. But even the likes of CM Punk getting older, and also Triple H's talent is getting older. The difference was with Vince McMahon, most of his talent was in their mid-30s. Triple H's talent is 40 and over. So they ain't got long left. Cody Rhodes saying he's only got 4 to 5 years left before he retires. Cena's going. Roman's got a couple of years left. Randy ain't got long left. Punk's going to be gone soon. It will slowly drop. And WWE could put themselves in a bad state if they do not wake up in 2026, because 2026 is a do or die. So thank you for watching this video. It has been asked to record. Always remember to smash the like and subscribe button to the Flippin' channel. And I'll see you little day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.